Hello students, welcome to my channel. In this video, I have given the summary of Sherlock in English. I have also explained some of the important instances which contribute to the plot of the story, and it will be very helpful to you in writing your answers effectively. So let's begin. First of all, let us try to understand the characters of the story. Sherlock is a short story written by a renowned Indian writer M.T. Vasudevan. There are 5 characters in the story. They are Sherlock, Chechi, Balu, Jayan Shinde, and Kumaretan. Sherlock is Chechi's cat. It is used as a symbol which contributes to the plot of the story. You will see that the whole story revolves around Sherlock. Another character is Chechi. She is a woman who is married twice. She is about 36 years old. She lives at Philadelphia in the USA. Balu is Chechi's younger brother. He is 27 years old and Chechi is her elder sister. Now, the most important character along with these 3 characters is Jayan Shinde. He is Chechi's second husband and he lives in San Jose in America. He is an engineer by profession. Then we have Kumaretan who is Chechi's first husband. But Kumaretan was not able to adapt to the busy life in the USA and that's why he came back to India and started working as a professor. After being separated from Chechi, he got married in India and he also had 2 children. He was living happily with his family, but Chechi did not come back to India. She was still in Philadelphia. Now, here the important theme that the writer has tried to highlight is that Kumaretan, who came back to India, he started living a happy life because he was again in contact with his roots. He was in his native country among his kith and kins, whereas Chechi, she was a person who led a very unhappy kind of life. She was frustrated and she also was in despair. Now we will see some of the instances which show that Chechi was sad in Philadelphia. First of all, let us try to understand the significance of the title, why the title is very apt and significant. The title Sherlock is significant as it is used as a symbol. Sherlock is the name of a male cat and Chechi's husband Jayant Shinde had given it the name Sherlock Holmes Shinde. Jayant Shinde gave it the name Sherlock because he was very much interested in reading the books of Sherlock Holmes. He loved the detective Sherlock. The cat Sherlock has been attributed the qualities of the spy Sherlock Holmes. Now you will see many instances in the book if you have read the book that the cat always tried to follow Balu. There are many such instances in the story which show that the cat was like a spy who always followed Balu wherever he went. Moreover, an element of suspense also is added in the story which arouses the interest of a reader and also arouses the curiosity to read it further. Balu's observation of Sherlock's behavior is worth noting because it is through Balu's words that we come to know that there was something mysterious about the cat. So here, the writer also has tried to add an element of mystery. Balu thought that somehow the cat was able to convey Chechi about the things that he did in her absence. Chechi used to go on job and after she had gone, Balu used to visit the basement and this cat Sherlock always followed him. That's why Balu was suspicious of the cat. Now, there is one more thing that the writer has tried to convey. He has tried to convey that Sherlock maybe he is symbolic here and he symbolizes the foreign countries like America where people they are so much fascinated by the country and there they ruin their lives. Now let us go to the summary. Sorry, let us see the theme of alienation and broken family ties because if you see most of the novels and short stories of Vasudevan Nair, you will find that the themes of alienation and broken family ties along with separation from near and dear ones are seen prominently. Now let us see one of the major characters, Chechi. Chechi is representative of those people who are fascinated by the countries abroad and who long to settle abroad but when they are confronted with the bitter reality of life, when they come to know that life is not just a bed of roses but there are thorns also, Their dreams are shattered and they fall into the dark ditch of never ending gloom and misery. They become so gloomy because they are not able to accept the reality. Chechi's first husband's name was Kumaretan, and he was separated from her because he could not cope up with the fast moving life of America. Now, here we come to know the difference between Chechi and Kumaretan. Chechi was able to adjust herself, but Kumaretan couldn't, and that's why Kumaretan left Philadelphia and went back to his native place. And there he worked as a professor. He got married and had two children and lived happily with his family. Whereas Chechi did not go back to her motherland and got remarried to an engineer whose name was Jan Shinde. Jayant was an ambitious person who worked and stayed in St. George. This shows that both Chechi and Jayant did not stay together. Jayant sometimes used to come to Philadelphia for a few days. So here we can see that though they are married, they should be living in the same house, but they are not living together. And again, here we can see the theme of alienation, the theme of loneliness, how lonely Chechi feels. Now, one day Chechi got a phone call from Jayant that he would come on Friday, but he did not come. Now, Chechi felt so lonely because her husband he used to come rarely to visit her. That's why she had Sherlock, her cat, with whom she used to talk. And Chechi felt so lonely that she called her brother Balu also to stay with her. And Balu was an educated person. She told Balu that Jayant would surely help him to get the fellowship. But Jayant never helped him because he did not come. One day Chechi got a phone call from Jayant that he would come on Friday, but he did not come. Chechi felt dejected and disheartened when Jayant told that he would not come on Friday. She drank the wine that she had brought for Jayant and went to sleep. When she got the phone call, she was so happy and she also told to Balu that she would cook Malabar style fish, which Jayant liked very much, and she also had brought vegetables along with the wine. Now she felt so dejected that she didn't want to talk about anything. She drank the wine and then she went to sleep. From that day onwards, there was a drastic change in her behavior. She did not like to fondle with Sherlock, and she was very much annoyed whenever it came near her to sit on her lap. Whereas in the beginning, if you read the story, you come to know that she used to talk with Sherlock a lot and showed great concern for Sherlock. When Balu came to her house, she even told to Balu, especially to keep the door of the downstairs bathroom open because she had kept the feeding tray of Sherlock in the bathroom. She also tells that he should not lock the door. So these were some of the instructions given, but especially when she talked about Sherlock, Balu found that she really was very much attached to Sherlock. Now we come to know that Chechi felt so miserable and wretched that she did not talk much with her brother Balu also. Now it could be clearly seen that her life was covered under the pernicious fleece of melancholy. She felt so melancholic that she even did not talk about her workplace or any other thing because now she was hopeless. When Jan did not come, she lost all the hope and she felt that life was just meaningless. Here, it is also noticeable that the writer has depicted Jayant as a husband who was very materialistic and he did not care about his wife. He stayed at St. Joe's and rarely came at Philadelphia to meet his wife, Chechi. Jan just wanted to earn money. He was very ambitious person and that's why he had become apathetic towards Chechi and her feelings. He was totally indifferent. He did not have any concern for Chechi. So here the writer has tried to highlight the theme of broken family ties. The theme of alienation also we can see is brought in through the character of Chechi. She was all alone, so to get a company, as I have already discussed, she took Sherlock into her house. Sherlock was not her pet. She thought that Sherlock belonged to somebody else, but as it was very cold, she found that Sherlock was really feeling cold, and that's why she took him in. But afterwards, she found that she was all alone, and as Sherlock was there in home, she could talk with him and she could relieve her stress to some extent. and afterwards she called her brother Balu also to stay with her in Philadelphia. Now we can see that her own life was full of chaos and uncertainty. She also didn't know what will happen next because she did not get support of her husband. She was all alone and she did not know why she was living this kind of life. So what did she do? She even ruined her brother's life also because Balu also he felt so miserable when he came to Philadelphia. So at the end of the story, we come to know that the cat Sherlock had taken full grip of Balu. Especially the last lines, if you read, you will find that there is something mysterious about the cat. And in the same way, we can talk about the distant lands where people go to find job, or they think that it is their dreamland, but there they get disillusioned when they see the bitter reality of life. So Balu felt as if the cat laughed and told him to sleep. The line, I am here. Sleep without fear. This is very ironical because Balu was really afraid of the cat. He found that there was something mysterious about the cat, there was something uncanny about the cat, but still he had to be there. He felt so helpless that he even couldn't move from his bed and he just tried to sleep but he couldn't. And he wanted to cry aloud but he couldn't, and that's why instead of weeping, he just started sobbing. So, when the word sobbing is used here, if you read the concluding stanza, concluding paragraph of the story, you will come to know that Balu wanted to weep, but he couldn't, and that's why he started sobbing. So, here it shows the helplessness, the misery that Balu was going through. Another theme that the writer has tried to bring into focus is of unpredictability or uncertainty. Everything is uncertain in life because Jayant, he was expected to reach there on Friday at 9 o'clock, but at about 7:30 he called up and told Chechi that he won't be able to come, so it's uncertain about life. The instance of fortune cookies also is given especially to show that people believe in predictions, and Balu was so happy when he got a note in which it was written that now good things are going to happen in your life. So he was just so happy thinking that he was 27 years of age and something good will happen now. But nothing good happened. The things went on worsening and his life became so miserable. We readers also do not know the mystery of Sherlock, and similarly, life also is full of such unpredictabilities. Balu did not know what turn will his life take. Balu felt helpless and started weeping. Balu is portrayed as a person who is grief stricken because he is away from his native place, and to make things worse, Jayant did not come to help him. So the hope to get help from Jayant is shattered. He felt so desolate and hopeless like her sister Chichi. Now here Chechi and Balu, they are representatives of people who go to set in countries abroad, but there they face the bitter realities, they undergo the adversities of life, and then they have to live a very miserable life. Thus we can see that the story ends on a note of pessimism. Both the brother and sister, they are hopeless. Maybe Sherlock symbolizes America. Many people are fascinated by such countries, but they are unaware about the reality that it is like a rat trap in which once a person is trapped, he cannot come out of it and has to remain in the trap forever. This country was like a curse for Chechi and Balu as they had to undergo great suffering and agony. They were away from their motherland, away from their culture, away from their friends and relatives, and hence away from peace and solace. Here, the words of Kumaretan are very significant. Kumaretan had rightly said that this country was like a prison. And Balu too feels that Kumaretan was right because he could see more cars on the streets than people. This shows that how humans are moving away from humans, how they are moving away from the personal contacts, and how the theme of loneliness and alienation pervades all around. Many of Vasudevan's stories and novels revolve around the themes of alienation, loneliness, and broken family ties. So, students, I hope you have understood the story and it would be very easy for you to write the answers effectively. So, all the best for your exams. I'll be coming with such nice stories for you along with the significant themes that they convey. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel so that you can get the latest notifications. Thank you for watching the video.